volleyball season, Grambling State volleyball team finished 11-17, and they were 8-8 in their conference. And after the season, their previous head coach decided to step down and pursue other avenues inside the school. Didn't really want to do be a head coach anymore with volleyball. She served about over 10 years, both as an assistant head coach and a head coach. So that head coach steps down. Obviously, you're gonna need somebody to fill that vacancy. And who Grambling State, the athletic director, decided to go with is Chelsea Lucas, who is also a Grambling alum. She graduated from Grambling in 2007. So the reason this is a big time story is because it's been reported through various different articles out there, nationally and locally, that when Chelsea Lucas finally came on, she was hired on February 14th, ironically, because this story doesn't really show any love. When she was brought on, since she's been brought on, it's been reported that she has gotten rid of all the players, scholarship and non-scholarship walk-ons, got rid of all the players on the team that Grambling had previously. She came on, she had individual interviews with everybody, told them her plans. Hey, I'm moving forward with the program. And they said she tried to keep 4 to 5. Well, the athletic director claimed that she tried to, or she wanted to keep 4 to 5 different players. But as the way it's looking now, she didn't got rid of everybody. And if she didn't get rid of them, other players don't necessarily feel comfortable or feel like they want to play there. So there's a lot more to unpack here, but I'll just, that's just the foundation of it. And I'll give y'all more information, more facts as we unpack this. She come on the scene, and we all know how precious, like, being able to go to school on a full ride of a 4-year scholarship is, and how much that means. Some of these players that were on this team, they going into their senior year, and then this lady, head coach, Chelsea Lucas, pops up and be like, yeah, you're not gonna be playing here next year. You ain't got no scholarship. I hope life works out for you, basically. And it's not always as easy to just transfer, right? Because you have to first, if you're trying to still play volleyball, find out, okay, where can I go play volleyball and have a legit chance to play? And if I'm a senior or whatever your class rank is, like, all the credits that I have here at Grambling State transferable with credits to still maintain, whether I'm a sophomore, junior, senior, whatever. So you got all that minutia. But off that foundation of what's going on at Grambling State, fellas, how do y'all feel about it?
Not gonna lie to you, man. I feel like it's a horse. Excuse my French. I know we're not supposed to start it off like that,
Out
but
the gate.
yeah, man, that's a load of that's livestock manure, man. And the reason I say it is because of this. I feel like it's not what you do, it's how you do it. I feel like it's a right and a wrong way to do everything. You don't just go into these individual interviews with the notion of, well, as I was doing the individual analysis for this player, that just wasn't going to fit into the scheme of what we wanted to do this upcoming season. No, that is somebody who is, okay, one, I know the volleyball culture here. I've been a player, though it was 15 years ago. I know what the culture should be like, or I know what the vision is of what I need it to look like. And going into this that you're probably gonna clean house. So as opposed to, I can appreciate it going individually, by everybody, but save some people some time. If you're gonna do it like that, you might as well. I'd have been more comfortable you just calling in the whole team and being like, hey man, ladies, I want to thank y'all for y'all commitment to, Grambling State, University volleyball. But as of now, I don't believe I'm going to go forward with any of you, right? I think that would have been a bit more, in my opinion, a bit more respect the game worthy. But I just think when somebody goes in there and they clean house, and then the athletic director and president of the school don't really have wind of what they're doing, that just gives me lone dictator vibes. Like you want a whole dictatorship and you having it your way, or literally the highway, quite literally.
I agree.
Yeah.
I, for one, believe that it's totally inconsiderate. Because of what you said before, Edward, you got these girls from all these different walks of life. You don't know what their situation is. Was it?
See me?
I can see you.
Okay, all right. So look, before you dive deeper, I just want to add more context for the people, right? So talking about the AD, this was his comments about the situation, hiring her on. Just as the transfer portal empowers student athletes, our coaches are also empowered to make the decisions they deem necessary to advance the program. So he had that to say, and the players, some players were interviewed in various different articles, and the players claimed that one, they only had like 4 practices. In those practices, not much, they weren't really opportunities there to show skill. They was basically just running the whole entire time. And when they were trying to do drills, it was short-lived because she didn't like what somebody was doing. So it's like, all right, get on the line, do some push-ups. So it was more so type of like a punishment.
She one of them. Yeah, I can smell that.
So with that, like I said, the players, they claimed that, hey, she came in trying to have practice, talking about she doing evaluations, but we didn't really sense that there was like a genuine chance for us to try to earn a spot. So that's that. Continue.
And that's very inconsiderate. How are you a coach and none of these girls you feel like you coach them up to where they fit in your system? Get out of here. What?
Red flag.
I honestly, I'm gonna have to go against the grain on this one, fellas. For the simple fact of we all seen the movie Coach Carter, of course, classic movie. Shout out to Samuel. It's one of those things of it's not about having security about your spot or jeopardizing opportunity. That person has a job title which is called coach. Period. They got hired in a certain order of you have to respect this person no matter what. That's their job title. Your job title is player. So when your coach comes out there and tells you, hey, run this drill, you're supposed to go with your athletic scholarship with people with the state, city, whoever is paying for you to be there to do. It doesn't matter if you just got a new coach. It's not time to play around, especially if you're on athletic scholarship. They're paying for you to be there. It's not a choice. It's not you're making money and you have agents. No, you're there by that school believing in you. And for you not to trust in what the school is providing for you, which is a coach, I just feel like, I have to agree. Like, I wouldn't go so dramatic as to fire them or to get rid of the players, but I would have made a heavy stamp. Like, okay, y'all think it's a game? Like, you hear your coach come in and say, I'm running evaluations, which means cuts, starters, bench, just trying to optimize the team to its best caliber. And for you guys to not, just kind of run around and not do a full caliber, which I'm feeling like that's what you saw, it's worth that. Especially being in an HBCU, which I feel like some people in HBCUs feel defeated because a lot of them don't make it pro or they don't get as much, attention. They feel like it's whatever. I'm just here. Like, I'm going to be a star regardless because I'm better than everybody else. And I feel like that coach is trying to start something new, which I'll agree to, man. Like, don't be the standard of what HBCUs are. Be greater than that. That's how you get us on the map.
I love you, bro, but it sounds like she clout chasing.
Hold on. All right. So for y'all continue, I got some more drama to stir up in the pot, right? So at the end of the season, this past season, before she got there, it was reported that 18 players, both scholarship and non-scholarship walk-on players, were on the roster. So you had 18 players on the roster. NCAA regulations allow up to 12 scholarships for volleyball teams, for the women's volleyball team. So you have that. But as of now, we don't know if anybody has come back or is still on the team, considering they had 18 before Coach Chelsea Lucas got there. So there's that. Essentially, so she, paraphrasing her quote, she's basically saying, hey, I am not obligated to uphold any promising scholarships to players coming on or players who are already on the team according to NCAA regulations. That's her claim. Now check this here out, right? So she was hired February 14th, and on February 26th, it was a viral photo in that Grambling State community going around on social media of her at a Grambling State men's basketball team in the stands as a current volleyball head coach for Grambling. She's in the stands. I see Isaac getting she in the stands with her former team from University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. And so everybody is looking at that being like, oh, so she gonna come from University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, clean house at Grambling State, and you a whole head coach for Grambling now, but we see you in the stands with the whole with your old team from the old school at Grambling.
Basically telling them, hey man, I'm gonna get these sergeants about it.
You finna LeBron the whole situation.
What? And you ain't LeBron though. See, you can only LeBron a situation when
you a player.
I ain't gonna lie, we can't even use. I ain't gonna lie, that's another conversation for another day. LeBron has completely broke the mold and set the standard for literally doing whatever he want to do and being the universe and the central center of a team. But yeah, man, whenever you see smoke, man, you gotta know there's fire right there. So that just would have rubbed me the wrong way as a player, because that just gives every implication that, hey, I'm really rocking with y'all. So when I get over here, I really got y'all. I'm gonna clean house. And who you said you said you need a scholarship too? Yeah, I'm gonna clear the way. So we got 12. Bet I got 12 for y'all. I'll just come on in maybe a month later and kind of maybe drag it out a little bit so it won't look too quick. And we gonna hit the ground running.
Yeah, she's at the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. She's been there for 3 years before taking a job at Grambling. So you would think that if she's been there for 3 years, she's got players she's been coaching and molding and building up for her program or to whatever her coaching style is. 3 years, a record of 37-44, and she is 27-17 in the SWAC conference play. And this past year, 2021, she went 13-3 in the SWAC. So yeah, man, we'll see. I got to go look at the roster for Arkansas Pine Bluff and see how identical that roster may be to Grambling's this upcoming next school year for the volleyball season.